Hey kids, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be discussing the exam you took a few weeks ago, and we're going to see what the correct answers are. Are you ready? So we're going to start with question 1. Let's read question 1 together. Read the paragraph and answer the questions. Dinosaurs' long tails helped them to keep their balance as they ran. A huge apatosaurus sometimes stood on its two back legs to eat leaves at the top of a tree. Its long tail helped it keep its balance as it ate. Ankylosaurus used its tail as a weapon. Ankylosaurus could swing its heavy tail to break the legs on any dinosaur which tried to eat it. Now question 1, I'm sure you all read the paragraph carefully and were able to find the correct answers easily, but let's go over them together. Question number 1, how did Apatosaurus's long tail help it? The answer is, its long tail helped it keep its balance as it ate. Number 2, Ankylosaurus used its tail as a weapon. How? So we're asking how Ankylosaurus used its tail. The answer is, it could swing its heavy tail to break the legs of any dinosaur which tried to eat it. Now, number 3, find in the text. There are several things we're going to be finding in the text, which is very simple, as you all know. And number 1, past tense of can. We already know that the past tense of can is could, so even if you couldn't find it in the text, we have it memorized. Now, number 2, a relative pronoun. We've learned 2 relative pronouns up until now. We already know 2, which are which and who. So a relative pronoun mentioned in the text is which. Number 3, a word that means a thing we use to protect ourselves. This is one of the words that was mentioned in your vocabulary worksheet, so a thing we use to protect ourselves is a weapon. Question number 2. Write meaningful sentences on the following words. As always, please remember the full stop and the capital letter. Now, I've given you various examples on sentences you could have written using the following words, but I'm sure you guys even wrote sentences that were better than these. But let's read them together anyways. Volcano. Number 1, volcanoes can erupt and cause fires. Number 2, there are a lot of volcanoes in East Asia. Instrument. Number 1, I can play a musical instrument very well. Number 2, doctors use many different instruments to help people get better. Probably. Number 1, I studied well. I will probably get a great mark. Number 2, look at the clouds. It will probably rain today. Expert. Number 1, my mom is an expert at cooking. Number 2, experts do research on different subjects to find out new things. It's pretty clear, pretty simple, something we've done a million times, right? Let's go on to question number 3. Are you ready? Now, question number 3 is also very simple, very familiar as well. All we have to do is read the sentences carefully and look for any hints. Now, number 1, every Friday we all gather in the mosque to pray. We know that there is a large number of people that gathers in the mosque to pray on Fridays, so gather is the proper word. Number 2, musical instruments are very expensive to buy. Number 3, I saw a giant bear in the zoo. It was brown and had thick fur. So the bear was very big. It was huge. It was giant. Number 4, several pencils were lost from my pencil case. Number 5, my sister always warns me not to talk to strangers. We all know that talking to strangers is pretty dangerous, so it's only natural that my sister would warn me. Number 6, an adult Apatosaurus was much bigger than an Allosaurus. This actually was taken from you guys' text. Number 7, it was quite hard to jump 100 times. Oh, I'm tired. Quite hard to jump. Relatively hard to jump. Also pretty simple. Ready for question number 4? Now question number 4. Connect the following sentences using the suitable relative pronoun. We know that we already have 2 relative pronouns that we've learned about so far, which are who and which. We're going to see which of them is proper or the suitable relative pronoun to be using in each of these answers. Now, number 1, my mom has a nice garden. It is so big and has different kinds of flowers. Garden and it both refer to a thing, so it's only natural that we use which to connect these 2 sentences. So, my mom has a nice garden which is so big and has different kinds of flowers. Number 2, doctors are working hard to find a cure for coronavirus. They don't see their families anymore. The bolded words doctors and they both refer to a group of people. For groups of people, we also use who. So the correct answer is doctors who are working hard to find a cure for coronavirus don't see their families anymore. As for number 3, it's very similar to number 1, and Sarah is wearing a nice green dress. It is a gift from her grandma. Both dress and it are the bolded words here, and both dress and it refer to a thing. Therefore, the suitable relative pronoun to be using is which. So, Sarah is wearing a nice green dress, which is a gift from her grandma. Pretty clear, pretty easy. What about question number 5? Now please read the following answers and write questions that go with them. Remember what we used to do when forming yes/no questions? We would switch up some words. So let's take a look. A. No, he couldn't, Tamer, couldn't drive a car when he was 17. We're going to be switching Tamer and could. So the correct answer is, could Tamer drive a car when he was 17? Same goes for B and same goes for C. B. Yes, they could. Students could answer all the questions in the previous exam. So the question, or the yes/no question we will be forming is, could students answer all the questions in the previous exam? Yes, they could. As for number C, no, she couldn't. My sister couldn't carry the kitchen chair when she was 10. So when forming a yes/no question, we will be switching between my sister and could. So could my sister carry the kitchen chair when she was 10? Let's move on to question 6. Question 6 is even easier. All we have to do is read carefully and determine whether the sentences we are joining are talking about a person or a thing. If they're talking about a person, then we'll be using who to fill in the blank. But if they're talking about a thing, we'll be filling in the blank with which. So fill in the blanks using the suitable relative pronoun. Number 1. Oh, look, there's my friend Hala, who is very smart and always does her homework. So Hala is a person, so we refer to her using who. Number 2. When I went to the zoo, I saw a big, strong lion, which was walking angrily. How scary! We usually use which to refer to animals, and this sentence is talking about lions. Lions, or a lion, is an animal, so which was the suitable relative pronoun. As for number 3, the volcano which erupted in Hawaii killed all the plants. Well, a volcano is also a thing, so we refer to it using which. Last sentence, I thanked Muhammad, who helped me answer a quite hard mathematical question. Muhammad is a person, so we obviously used who. Simple, easy as pie. Let's move on to question 8. Question 8. Write a description of the following pictures using the adjectives in the box. Now, so in question 8, we're describing two nouns with something in common. Now, we all know that we use adjectives to describe nouns. And here in number 1, both nouns have the fact that they are quick in common. So they can both be described as quick. So if we were to describe both of these nouns using an adjective, which is already here mentioned and given to you guys, which is quick, we would say, safe is as quick as lightning. Safe is as quick as lightning. Same goes for number 2. Building A and building B are both long. Building A and building B have the fact that they are long in common. We can describe both these nouns using the adjective long. So, number 2, building A is as long as building B. Pretty clear. Now, let's move on to question 9. As for question 9, tell me in a short, simple, and meaningful paragraph, which dinosaur was your favorite? Why did you choose that dinosaur? And finally, name one thing you learned about dinosaurs in this unit. If you want to add any other information, please do. This question is just to refresh you guys' memories, so we have a good idea of what stuck with you the most. So you can feel free to answer it whichever way you find proper or whichever way you find suitable, as long as you remember capital letters, proper spelling, and proper punctuation. Now, anyways, thanks for listening, and don't forget to fill your free time with productive activities like reading, kiddos. Miss Tama and I love you guys and miss you a lot. Hope to see you soon.